quality in all, those went down very well. And we just saw from Grantham, as of this particular moment, it doesn't seem to be cracking the behaviour that's coming through to people you might expect to be supportive, but it's early days. I mean, you shouldn't underestimate this. The popularity of this party has been increasing. Right? My own judgment will be that because this was so real, because we saw a more relaxed, confident Henry James not only will she be in place for certainly months longer, got this new election coming out, which is going to bad they turn out to be the later and the Tories, but also I think it could at least give us, bring a point to that specific slump in support.
Okay, Robert, thank you. The police have revealed that the man who carried out the Manchester synagogue attack called 999, during which he pledged allegiance to the so-called Islamic State positive. Two Jewish men were killed after Jihad al-Shami carried out a car and knife attack last Thursday before he was then shot dead by police. In the last month, police have said 4 other people arrested in connection with the terror attack have been released without charge. Amy Welch is in Manchester for us. Amy, what else has the police said?
The counter-terrorism police say this does not in any way mean that their investigation is over. However, the fact they have now arrested and released 6 individuals on suspicion of acts of terrorism means we are no closer to knowing if anyone else was involved in this deadly attack. They also confirmed here that just moments after driving his car into the synagogue for Hami, the attacker Jihad al-Shami dialed 999 and pledged his allegiance to the so-called Islamic State. He was carrying 2 knives and footage obtained by ITV News that shows him walking towards the synagogue earlier that day. He was wearing a padded coat, which police at the time believed could have been concealing explosives. Today, they've confirmed that was a hoax device. They've also confirmed he was on bail for rape, but they've also said that he was not known for counter-terrorism police and that he has not been referred to the government anti-radicalisation programme PREVENT.
This investigation more confident that he was influenced by extreme Islamic ideology and the 999 call from counter-terrorist assessment. It's important to stress that we will protect all the evidence gathered in order to make our assessment of the motivation behind the attack.
Two worshippers also died. They were Melvin Travis and Adrian Dolby, and 3 men were seriously injured. Well, the police watchdog is now investigating whether the actions of firearms officers who are believed to have accidentally shot Mr. Dolby and injured another man were the right thing to do. And counter-terrorism police say their investigation is very much live and moving at pace, and that they need the public help to provide any information, no matter how small it may be.
Well, separately, 2 men have gone on trial accused of acts of terrorism against Jewish people in Manchester. Preston County, bodies Diary and Martha Sane ran to cause untold harm after buying assault rifles capable of killing hundreds. Both men denied the allegation. Stephen Lawrence's mother has branded one of her son's killers a coward and refuses to show his face and tell the truth. Daniel's Dory Lawrence was being outside the parole hearing to David Norris, whom the practitioner psychologist warned he was not yet ready to be released. Now, the parents of Madeline McCann have given emotional testimonies at the trial of 2 women accused of stalking them and their children. The court heard how one of the women turned up at McCann's home, claiming to be their missing daughter, and even pleaded with them to take a DNA test. Jerry McCann declared emotional and to the family children, and also been contacted with an happening in National Justice House Court this evening. And can you explain what happened in court today?
Well, the day began with Madeline's mother, Kate McCann, telling the court how upsetting it had been to receive voicemails and even a letter addressed to Mom and signed Madeline from the woman claiming to be her missing daughter. The court heard that Julia Van Delt, who's Polish, sent repeated messages and also called Madeline's parents and siblings over nearly 3 years, demanding a DNA test and culminating in a visit to the McCann family home in December last year.
But the flames where it changes different
Yeah.
colours.
Before being accosted by Van Belt and another woman on her driveway in the dark. She said she was frightened. She said it was all the usual stuff. She was saying, "I'm your daughter." She called me mum. She was pleading with me. I felt quite distressed. I'd been on edge anyway because of all the communications. I felt quite invaded in my home. The court's been told the second woman that night was Karen Spragg from Cardiff, who's here arriving at court, who's accused of supporting Van Belt. Mrs. McCann described her that night as more aggressive, recalled her saying, "Don't you want to find your daughter?" Now, Kate McCann told the court that she was sure Julia Van Belt wasn't Madeline. She said she'd recognised her daughter if she saw her, but she said the contact had been so incessant that part of her was thinking, what if? And she considered taking a DNA test to put the matter to bed.
But then she didn't take a DNA test, did she? Did they explain why they decided not to do that?
Well, Madeline's father, Jerry McCann, was asked this question this afternoon. He said, for a start, they didn't believe that Julia Van Belt was Madeline, and he said it wasn't really their responsibility to take a DNA test. He said that the police investigation would ask for one if they thought it was necessary. His voice broke during his evidence this afternoon as he talked about the impact on his other 2 children who'd also been...
What I've done to the fire now, babe, I've made... Keep watching it. I've even made... No, keep watching it. I've made the stones change colour as well as the flames. See? Don't ask me how I've done it, but I've left it on that setting for now. See? Look at that now. And the stones change. Before, I only could change the flame. Watch, see? It's gone green now, the stones. Well, the crystals. Yeah?
And suppliers desperately trying to stay afloat. We're now with around half of journalists employees back at work. It's thought that full production could resume by the end of the month. And this is Saturday, Joel Hicks reports.
This is a moment. Engine production is back up and running again in Wolverhampton. 1,000 people returned to work here today. JLR's computer systems decrypted, rebooted,
back to normal, back into a routine. It was a bit of a daunting time. Didn't know whether our jobs were secured, whether the company would be able to bounce back from what was happening in the background. So it was a bit of a scary time for us.
For more than 5 weeks, the staff car park at Solihull has been empty. Tomorrow, Range Rover production starts again. Hailwood follows in the coming days, and a company source says JLR is cautiously optimistic that we'll be back to full production by the end of the month. The JLR depends on more than 700 suppliers. Many lost orders during the shutdown. It may not be coming back. The company is hoping its direct suppliers with a £1.5 billion taxpayer backlog isn't finalised yet. There are worries not everyone will make it through.
What is the supply chain companies who are multinational or who have a dozen of sites that are bigger companies in their own way?
Legs.
Meanwhile, the National Cyber Security Centre and the National Crime Agency continue their investigations. Someone familiar with the situation at JLR told me that the cyber attack was deeper and more sophisticated than the ones that hit McCoy and Marks and Spencer earlier in the year. That the malware was different and of a type not previously seen. And the hacker's motive remains unclear. I'm told that JLR has still not received a credible demand for payment.
Where is this coming from? I'm from Hostile States. States like Russia. And that's why we are...
What are you looking for?
2 weeks ago, the Chancellor told me Moscow was behind some of the hacks on British businesses this year, but I'm told security agencies still don't know who targeted JLR or how they got in. For now, JLR is focused on getting back to normal. The 38-day shutdown has been costly for the company and everyone whose livelihoods depend on it. John Mills, ITV.
Coming out, concluding these men avoided trial for spying of the Conservative government.
For what? Sewing?
Thousands see over river pollution in Britain's biggest ever environmental weekend. Stalking her on TV and radio presenter Marion Sass sits down exclusively with us for news. It is very tricky, isn't it, to tell a little boy that at Christmas he can't open parcels that were being delivered to the door because after a conversation with the police we all agreed that we had to be extremely careful. For that and more.
Saving for a place of your own? With Moneybox, you could be closer than you think. Download the award-winning app today. Moneybox.
Disney on Ice invites you to join the daring adventures of Encanto, Frozen, Tangled and more. Be inspired by their courage to make their dreams come true. And Disney on Ice presents Find Your Hero. Coming to BP Pulse Live Birmingham, 29th of October to the 9th of November. Book tickets now at disneyonice.co.uk.
These Super 6 fresh fruit and veg from just 49p. Extra spaces, awesome value, all wrapped up. In store now.
Oh, Dave, legs aching again.
What's this secret? Weird celebrity.
The voice ejaculation booster gets your leg muscles pumping, relieves aches, pains, cramps, and reduces swelling. And it's drug-free. And Dave's back in the game. Looks like my secret's out. Try Revited, the best kept secret for aching legs. Visit Revited.com.
Lady Keegan, delighted to meet you.